So let's start things off. What I am going to tell you guys this video is so surprising to me because I was literally live streaming and then all of a sudden I get this notification on my phone and the notification tells me stop everything what I'm doing and go and make a video on this topic. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys could go ahead and like this video right now. It helps me out a ton and it tells YouTube that you guys do enjoy my content. Also, before you go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another Get Like Coop video, and that's facts. Also, guys, be sure to follow my Twitch. The link is in the description below, and if you like NFL videos or the NFL period, my NFL channel is also in the description below. Now, what I am going to tell you guys this video is going to shock you in many different ways. I would like to start off by saying the Boston Celtics are a very great team. Great young players in Jason Tatum and also Jaylen Brown. And I like their vet in Kemba Walker, who came out, had a fire first half, but later cooled down just a little bit. Now, when it comes to the Boston Celtics, a lot of people look at this team and they will tell you the backbone of this team is Marcus Smart. But what happens when your backbone has a moment like I am going to describe to you guys in just a second? Again, completely shocked, but at the same time, I think it's good that Marcus Smart is invested and emotional. But of course, there are ways to go out and handle your investment and emotion. If you disagree with Marcus Smart being the backbone of the Celtics, you would probably disagree with Draymond Green being the backbone of the Golden State Warriors. Backbone is such a weird term, so if you disagree with that, I completely understand. But I do think that Marcus Smart is the Celtics' emotional leader, just like Draymond Green was the Golden State Warriors' emotional leader. Regardless of what you think of Marcus Smart and Draymond Green as players, these are guys that teams need. You need guys that are going to go out and motivate other players. You need guys that are going to go out and do the dirty work. And these guys aren't just defensive players. These guys aren't just players that can handle one side of the basketball. They are also competent, if not good, offensive players also. And that's going to sound crazy. How is Draymond Green, how is Marcus Smart a good offensive player? That's something I'm going to have to describe to you guys in another video if you disagree. But if you know, you easily know. So I'm seeing right now that reportedly Marcus Smart was screaming at someone in the Celtics locker room or several people. The yelling continued as Smart left the locker room. I'm going to read you guys a few different reports on how it allegedly went down. Another one says Marcus Smart was screaming in the Celtics locker room and a bunch of arguing was going on. Smart comes out and says, "Y'all on that BS." The team is imploding and Smart, who was in the bathroom, is still screaming from the locker room. Are you kidding me? Now, again, basketball is an emotional game. Things like this happen. Marcus Smart has been phenomenal in the NBA playoffs. Easily a top 3 player, in my opinion, on the Boston Celtics roster. You can argue he's been the second best Celtic in the NBA playoffs. Now, Marcus Smart, a guy like Marcus Smart, is something I really feel like the Clippers could have used. Somebody who was going to hold everybody accountable, somebody that was going to make players elevate their game. Now, everybody is motivated in different ways. Again, I think Smart has every right to be disappointed with everything going on. I want to know, based on what you've heard so far, do you feel like Smart has handled things poorly? But of course, now I'm reading more reports saying that there were loud clanks that sounded like somebody throwing items coming from the Celtics locker room. Now, again, if things are getting thrown, there are ways to address your team, get them pumped up, make them understand that this is a big moment. What we're doing right here is special, and we have to attack it. We can't be lazy. We can't have these lapses. There's a way to do this without lashing out completely. And I'm not saying that's what Smart did, but I'm just saying, you know. But I do truly believe it's good to be an emotional player and wear your heart on your sleeve. Now Tatum comes out and Tatum says, just win the next game. Take it one game at a time. This is what he said regarding the team's current mindset. And Tatum is right. Tatum is absolutely right. While Marcus Smart declined to speak with the media, which was probably the right decision, probably wouldn't have said the right things, I think there may have been an overreaction on Smart's end. I've said it so many times this commentary, I've said it so many times throughout this video. You need guys that will wear their heart on their sleeve. You need guys that will call people out occasionally. I'm not sure about the whole call out thing. That might be a bit excessive, but you need guys that are going to hold the team accountable. And this is one thing Jimmy Butler does really well. We've seen Jimmy Butler go from situation to situation and the team gets worse that he leaves. Meanwhile, everybody views Jimmy Butler as a bad teammate. Butler is a textbook guy. He wants to win. And that's what he's been doing in Miami. He instantly goes to Miami. He sets the tone. He embraces the culture. While Miami also already had a great culture in place, Jimmy Butler elevates that culture to another level. You look at his stats this game, Jimmy Butler. You look at his stats in game 2, 14 points, 4 of 11 from the field. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line though. He applies pressure to the defense. He also was critical, getting 4 steals and creating absolute havoc at the top of the key. This guy has a defensive mindset that goes far beyond his talents, and that says a lot because he's so talented. High IQ basketball player. You pair him with Bam Adebayo, and now you're looking at a really scary team. Remember that Bam Adebayo video I made earlier this season? Yeah, it's all looking real relevant right now, isn't it? Especially when Bam and the Miami Heat went out, they stonewalled Giannis. Giannis gets eliminated, they advance. This team is in the finals, and now they're up 2-0. Now, if you're Marcus Smart, you gotta control yourself. You cannot show signs of weakness. You don't want to collapse. Again, we've seen teams come back from 3-1 before. The Nuggets did it twice this year alone. Simply ridiculous. Now, regarding the Marcus Smart situation, Kemba comes out, says it was nothing. I ain't got much to speak on about it. Brad Stevens comes out and says, guys, we're emotional after a hard game, hard loss. I'm interested in knowing down in the comments, do you guys feel like Marcus Smart overreacted? And do you feel like the Boston Celtics are imploding? Let me know what you feel about the Marcus Smart situation and this locker room altercation down in the comments below. The Celtics have to play with better energy. No way around it. You can't go down 0-2 when you know you can beat the team you're playing. Be sure to subscribe. Click the video on the screen right now. I'm GETLIKECOOP, guys, and I am out.